There was a golden time at Chola dynasty. Women played powerful roles in shaping society. From warriors to doctors, artists to administrators, women showed courage, creativity, and compassion in every sphere of life. Their devotion and determination built a strong and united community.
Women's empowerment in the Sangam period. In those days, the doctors were called Vaidyas. During wartime, groups of doctors would travel with soldiers in bullock carts, serving as army doctors. One of the chief doctor had only one daughter, no male heir. From childhood, she dreamed of becoming a doctor like her father. However, women were not encouraged to pursue medicines during that time. One day, she shared her wish with her father and the king. The king supported her and encouraged her to follow her dreams. She became the first woman army doctor in the Chola kingdom with king's support.
To help the war widows to rebuild their life, women were encouraged to run hotels, inns and to do paintings based on their interests. Vani is a gifted painter born into a family of temple artisans. Temple walls were adorned with her mural paintings. She showed a natural talent for mixing colors and sketching divine figures. While it was unusual for women to work on large public art, but Vani gained attention for her skill and dedication. Her works were featured in local temples, especially scenes from the life of Lord Shiva and Vishnu. Over time, she began training other women in her village, forming an all-female guild of painters. She sold natural pigments, brushes and decorative panels to merchants and pilgrims. She is the first female entrepreneur in her region.
Koili, a widow with a strong business mind, ran a Chatram rest house near Tanjavur. She provided warm food, clean mats and herbal baths, charging a small fee. Her inn gained popularity among merchants for its safety and hospitality. She sourced ingredients from the local farmers and hired women from nearby villages, giving them jobs and independence. Koili's rest house eventually expanded into chain across neighboring towns. She kept a guest record, palm leaf manuscripts and built a name for herself as a pioneer during the Chola period.
All women were trained in self-defense technique like Silambam and Kalaripayattu. They often held armed position around temples and palaces. Royal women were trained in warfare and military strategy to protect themselves and their people during the absence of kings. Once, during an emergency, Rajendra Chola's newly married wife, with the help of her friends and a small army, bravely entered the enemy's fort and fought against them. Some Chola queen like Queen Sembiyan Mahadevi and Kundavai were heavily influential in political and military matters. Queen Sembiyan Mahadevi played a pivotal role in shaping Chola's temple architecture. She was instrumental for constructing many Shiva temples during her time. Kundavai managed administrative and possibly military responsibilities when kings were on campaign. One of the women warriors fought till her last breath to save the king and the kingdom. She knew the secret technique of swimming from underworld ground connecting cities. One day during a war, she got stuck in midway and died. Even after her death, her spirit continued to protect the king. She is still worshipped as a Mudakanniyamman in Mylapore, Chennai.
I would like to share a story about another remarkable lady. I don't know how best to describe her, whether as a symbol of commitment, responsibility or determination. She took oil from her breast milk to light the temple lamp. The king had given a piece of land to all the local kids. From the earnings of this land, they were tasked with taking care of the temple so that everyone would feel a sense of ownership and belonging towards it. One day, when the king visited the temple, he was surprised to see that the lamp was not lit. The priest informed him that they hadn't received enough oil and puja materials for the week. Determined to find the reason, the king went to the house of the person in charge. There, he discovered that the headman had died in the war. His young wife, left alone with a 2-month-old baby, was struggling to survive. Yet, despite her hardships, she hadn't abandoned her duty. She gave whatever little she had, and when nothing remained, she performed an unthinkable act of devotion. She expressed oil from her own breast milk and offered it to the temple lamp, believing that taking care of the temple and following king's command was their sacred duty. In that moment, the king realized the true strength of his kingdom lay not in swords but in the spirit of citizens like her.
The 10th and the 11th century is considered the golden age of Chola kingdom. Devotion and determination were at the heart of life. Everyone had an equal opportunity to play their role. People lived for others and cared one another and led a truly satisfied lives. A few years ago, Sadguru declared that the golden age is beginning once again. We are the first generation in our families to attend schools. Sadguru has guided us to follow Aswadharma by living meaningfully, helping others and staying true to our purpose. We will create happiness for ourselves and everyone around us. Women empowerment in Sadguru's mission. Education for girls with no fees. 640 girls are currently studying in the schools run by the mission. 33% are girls.
124 girls are studying in our university. 64% girls.
147 girls enrolled in the medical college. 65% girls. 911 girls receiving this value-based education free of charge.
650 women staff are working at PBMT at different capacities. 42% are women.
50 women staff are working in our university. 31% are women.
398 women staff are serving in the medical college, 45% women. 575 women staff are serving in the Sanjeevani hospital, 55% women.